All right, Drake Riggs here with MMA Mania with Taila Santos here getting ready for PFL Nashville. Taila, just first of all, how are you doing? How's the week treating you? How are you enjoying the city?
Como você está aqui em Nashville, como que a semana está sendo?
Tô super bem, a semana está sendo maravilhosa, a viagem foi tranquila, o meu peso está excelente, então está tudo ocorrendo perfeitamente.
Yeah, everything has been perfect. You know, the trip was very good. The weight is on point. Training has been fine here. The weather has been a little weird, but but everything aside from that has been great.
You're not liking the heat? The weather's different from back home?
Você não está gostando? É muito calor aqui, você achou muita chuva? Qual que é o problema aqui? Não tem.
Eu tô gostando bastante do calor, até porque eu sou bem frienta, né? Lá no Brasil tá frio, então tô gostando desse calor.
Yeah, I really like the heat, you know, but it's kind of cold back home right now. But, so I'm happy here.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, so of course here we are, your first tournament with the PFL. I got to ask you, like, has it been as hard as you expected it to be? Has it been harder? Just kind of what have your feels been?
Foi mais difícil do que você imaginava? Tá mais ou menos dentro do que você estava imaginando? Que seria esse torneio?
Não, o torneio tá dentro do que eu esperava. Eu sei que é um GP, né? E as meninas iam vir por tudo ou nada, né? As duas primeiras lutas ali é a questão da pontuação. Então, mas tá dentro do que eu pensava. Todo mundo vindo para ganhar.
Yeah, it's about what I was expecting. You know, everybody was coming in to, try to take everybody else's heads off. You know, trying to get the points on the first two fights, and now it gets more into like a regular tournament. But overall, I think I'm doing all right and dealing with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that you can forget about the points now, which is kind of nice. When you were in the middle of fighting your first two fights in the regular season, was that something you would think about mid-fight, or was it kind of just go for the finish and ignore it?
Sim, nas primeiras lutas eu já entrei pensando numa finalização ou no nocaute para acumular os pontos, né? Mas agora é diferente, pode esquecer os pontos, né, e fazer uma luta mais inteligente, porque não tem essa questão.
Yeah, for sure. The first two fights, I was taking it very seriously. Like I had the submission and the knockout in the back of my head the entire time. But now, considering how that part is going, this is a fight that we can maybe even fight more strategically. It's not as there's no rush to finish it, so we can. I don't want to say play it safer, but just be more smart about what we do.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't have to force things. And here we are, big fight with Liz Carmouche, biggest and best fight of the weekend on the card as far as I'm concerned. Very easily could this be a main event fight, Taila. Do you think that it should be? Are you upset by that at all?
Você acha que essa luta merecia ser uma luta principal? Isso te incomoda?
Não me incomoda, mas pelo nosso nível, né, meu quanto da Liz, eu acredito que sim, a gente poderia estar num card principal, né, e até tá a foto no banner também.
Yeah, if you look at the whole context, how are we not in the main event or co-main at least? Get my picture on the poster, goddammit. Like, that's one of the big things, just not having the picture on the poster. It kind of bums me out.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to talk to somebody about that for the next one. But just as for Liz Carmouche, great opponent, the Bellator flyweight champion, still one of the best in the world, total veteran. We know all the accolades about her, right? Just what are your overall thoughts on her run in the tournament so far, just how she's been doing at this point in her career? What kind of fight do you think she'll bring to you with all this momentum of hers?
Essa luta vai ser uma luta bem interessante, né? A Liz, ela já é uma veterana, ela tem as experiências dela, né? Uma atleta forte também, assim como eu. E é isso, desde a primeira luta eu cheguei para vencer, falei que sou a campeã desse torneio, né? Tô com isso na minha mente e é o que eu vim fazer aqui. Então acredito que vai ser uma luta bem interessante, né? E eu vou impor o meu jogo e fazer acontecer.
Yeah, Liz is one of the most interesting opponents that we have in the tournament, and it's someone that I've always wanted to fight. She is a very important icon in the women's MMA and our recent history. And but end of the day, I'm here to win the whole thing. I've prepared for everybody. I've prepared for the best there are, and she's probably one of the best there in the tournament. So come Friday night, we're gonna have to get that done.
Yeah, well, I mean, even outside of the tournament, Tyla, like, where does she rank amongst your opponents in your whole career? Because I listed off the accomplishments there. She's got to be up there, right?
Todos os seus oponentes na carreira inteira. A Liz é uma das mais importantes, uma das mais duras.
De toda a carreira, sim.
No total.
Pela experiência, né, que ela tem também, uma atleta mais experiente, né? Eu já lutei com a Valentina Shevchenko também, que é uma atleta bem experiente, de alto nível também. Acredito que as duas estão ali num empate.
Yeah, I think if you think about throughout my entire career, it's probably going to be Liz and Shevchenko up there. The two are easily the most accomplished and the better fighters that I fought.
Yeah, definitely fair choices there. And, you've been at it for a good while now, Tyla, one of the best fighters on the planet. And I'm sure you have a lot of, young girls, especially in Brazil, looking up to you and, using you as somebody to, get into the sport and as a role model, look at you that way. If you ever get asked, what's the best advice for people, what would you say is the number one piece of advice you'd give to, let's say, a young girl trying to get into MMA?
Você certamente é uma pessoa que o pessoal está olhando, né, como ícone lá no Brasil, como alguém para se espelhar. Que conselho você daria para uma menina que está começando a se envolver agora na MMA e quer seguir a carreira?
Primeiro, ter voz, né? Saber impor o que ela quer e ter força de vontade, porque o esporte não é para qualquer um, né? Realmente tem que querer, porque é algo difícil, tu tem que se entregar, abdicar de várias coisas. Então, se realmente você quer isso, né, foca, coloque na sua mente e vai atrás, vai dar certo.
Yeah, this is not an easy sport at all. I think first of all you gotta have a voice. You have to know what you want. You gotta know how to express yourself. You have to be able to understand what's going on around you and find your own path. If you put in the work and your heart is in the right place, there's a good chance you can make it. The girls' side of things is still developing. It's year by year is getting better and better. So go at it soon if you can.
Do you have a win in your career that means the most, more than others?
Tem alguma vitória na sua carreira que é mais significativa que as outras?
Não, todas as vitórias foram bem importantes e cada uma no seu momento teve a sua importância, assim. Então, todas foram bem importantes para mim. Serviram de motivação em algum momento e de alguma forma.
No, I don't think there's like one that I can pinpoint as the most important, because the most important fight is always going to be the one that you're in right now. So every fight happened at a certain point where either I needed that win or whatever. So at that specific time, that fight is always going to be the most important one.
All right, makes sense. Well, yeah, big important one coming up here, and then hopefully the finals afterwards, Tyla. So I wish you the best of luck with it. Thanks so much for chatting, and we'll be watching. Enjoy the rest of Nashville.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.